Hi guys, I'm Mike.
And I'm Ash.
And this is F1 Fanatics. Hi guys, welcome back to another different video for you today. We are still in, obviously, probably continuing on from that kind of looking at Mercedes winning the Constructors' Championship and Lewis winning the Drivers' Championships. Obviously, with our collaboration with F1 Debate Show, we discussed, are Mercedes the best team in history? So if you haven't watched that already, go and check that out. I'll leave a description to that in the link below. And Ashley, today what are we going to be discussing?
So we are coming up with 10 reasons why Lewis Hamilton is now the 6-time world champion. So we're looking at the reasons why the championship was won for him this season.
And don't forget, if you are new around here guys and you want to see more videos just like this and obviously our race coverage over the weekend, you can subscribe to the channel and click that bell notification. But should we get into our reasons, Ash?
Yeah, you start.
Me start, and number one for me is going to be the car itself. The car may not have been the fastest car at all tracks all year round, and it may not have been kind of the best car at every race circuit, but consistently over the season it has been the best race car, and in the hands of Lewis Hamilton, with it just kind of finely tuned to be built solely around him, it has been an absolutely fantastic car for Lewis to win another world championship in.
And you said it, consistency, that's my first point. So in 20 races so far this season, Hamilton has won 10 of them. He's had 16 podiums and he's yet to have a retirement, and he's the only driver on the grid not to have one yet this season. It is just that utter consistency to perform week in, week out, no matter what.
And moving on to my next point, and that is Ferrari. Ferrari have had a very good car at stages this season, and at other stages of the season a very poor car, but with a combination of driver mistakes or driver rivalry going wrong within the team, strategy calls going wrong, or just anything else you could think of that could go wrong, whether it be mechanical failures for Ferrari, then you got it this season. Ferrari, they probably could have challenged and made this a lot closer than they have this year, but it's testament to Mercedes' consistency, like you said, and Ferrari's inconsistency has also played a part in Lewis Hamilton winning 6th Drivers' World Championship.
So my second point is no clear title challenger. So we started off the season and the first few races we were thinking Valtteri Bottas 2.0, we thought he would be challenging him. Dropped away. Max Verstappen turned up to the show and we thought, here's the party we've been looking for, and he'll continue it. After the summer break, Red Bull haven't had the pace, and it was Ferrari that were then challenging for the race wins, with Charles Leclerc getting back-to-back victories, Sebastian Vettel getting a victory. He's only got the one, isn't he, this season?
I believe he's got two. He's Singapore.
Yeah. Singapore and...
What's after Singapore?
No, he's only got the one.
He's only got the one?
Yeah. There we go.
He's been very good since then, but yeah, he's only got the one.
Yeah, because he retired from Russia, didn't he?
He was in the lead in Russia. Well,
so, yeah.
Second, but should have been lead.
So yeah, no clear title challenger. He's the only one that has consistently stayed in and around the top 4 or 5 points paying positions this season.
Linking into that point again, probably the last 3 points have been quite intertwined. Mine is Hockenheim. The race where Valtteri Bottas, Lewis Hamilton obviously having his shocker, the team sent him out on slicks too early, and probably one of his worst races in his career. Probably there were a lot of mistakes from Lewis which were very uncharacteristic. Valtteri Bottas had a real chance to win that Grand Prix, if not get on the podium and have a strong point swing ahead of Lewis Hamilton, in that to just gain a bit of momentum heading into the summer break, but he span out, I believe it was turn 1 into the barrier, and that probably is where his title hopes slipped away, and his late push was too little too late.
For me, number 3 would have to be Spain through to France. Now, if you can get on a run of victories, then you're setting yourself up nicely for the championship. But to get 4 victories back to back, you know you're doing something right, especially when the drivers behind you are, as I said in the last point, competing and taking points away from each other. So to have that, Hamilton had a fantastic base to build his championship on.
Yeah, and for me, I'm looking at another race, and the next one was the Hungaroring. And it was his race, his battle with Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen at that stage had built up some momentum. Obviously, coming from his first win at Austria, he secured a P5 in Silverstone, but had raced very well there. He'd gained the victory at Hockenheim the week before, when Lewis had done so badly. And Max looked like the guy on the rise, building momentum, but with some fantastic qualifying laps, catching Max Verstappen late into the Grand Prix and overtaking him. I think it well and truly, as we've seen subsequently after summer break, deflated Max enough to kind of mean that his title challenge, although very kind of slim at that point, was never really going to take off.
There's also the fact that since the summer break he has maximised every opportunity that he could have had. So we had Spa and in Monza, where it was quite clear that everyone felt the Ferraris were going to have the race pace and were going to be pulling away, and didn't happen. Hamilton was there challenging. He was the lead Mercedes in both of those, and yes, in Monza he did end up dropping back to 3rd because of Bottas having the fresher tyres, but it was his racing through that actually was challenging for that race win. And that actually, since the summer break, when you consider there have been times where the Mercedes has potentially been the 3rd fastest car, he's actually only been off the podium twice, and one of those was Brazil, where he did finish on the podium, but penalties took it away from him.
Indeed, and my last point out of this one is history. I mean, obviously every driver wants to put their place in history by securing a Drivers' Championship. When you become a world champion in F1, you are world champion in F1 forever. I mean, you know, even the likes, the ones with one, like Kimi Raikkonen, Keke Rosberg, Nico Rosberg, you know, they're still kind of, you know, will go down in the history books of Formula One. But Lewis Hamilton has a special piece of history he was chasing this year. I mean, in every subsequent year he's chasing as well. To be 6 times world driver champion, which he has secured this season, he's only the 2nd man in F1 history, with all the drivers and all the great champions who've driven within the sport, to only be the 2nd one behind Michael Schumacher in that. It's a remarkable achievement, and I think that was something that drove Lewis forward.
And for me, my final point, we can't deny it, the start that Mercedes had to the season. So they matched the record. They didn't break it, did they? Because of
They matched it.
They matched the record for consecutive 1-2s at the start of the season with 5, and it wasn't until Canada where we had a race where there wasn't 2 Mercs on the podium. So they got that momentum going quite quickly, especially after testing, when everyone was saying that Ferrari had the faster package. It just meant that things were a lot easier for them going forward, and they could have a lot more management in terms of the races going forward. So you can't deny having the best car has helped him, but you can't look back through history and say people haven't maximised having the best car. So can't take anything away from Lewis Hamilton being a 6-time world champion.
And that, guys, that is it. That is our 5 points of why Lewis Hamilton has secured his 6th Drivers' World Championship. I think I've said that enough this video, haven't I?
I think he's a 6-time world champion.
I think he is. I'm not sure. Are you sure, guys? But it would be great, actually, to hear what you guys think are your 5 reasons why Lewis was able to secure the championship this season. Do you agree with our ones? Are yours ones similar to ours? Or do you think between us, we've kind of nailed it between us? Who knows, we might have done.
We got a nice broad coverage.
Yeah, we do have a nice. I think we've covered a lot of points there from there. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to let us know and give us a thumbs up on the video.
Make sure to press the subscribe button and also press the bell icon, because then you'll get a notification of when one of the videos that we're doing goes live. We've got the season ending soon, but we've got a lot of ideas planned for the winter break, and hopefully you'll enjoy some of them.
Exactly. Stay tuned for that, guys. Like I said, comment down below on your thoughts on the video. And for now, you F1 fans, keep racing.